In 1951, Lana Turner was known as, quote, the most glamorous woman in the history of international art, unquote. Now, she was born Julia Jean Turner in Idaho, and quite the early scandal when her father won a crap game and was murdered shortly thereafter. So, her mom and her ended up here in Los Angeles, California. Now, the legend goes that she was discovered at Schwab's drugstore, but that's not true. In 1936, she skipped class at Hollywood High and went across the street to the Top Hat malt shop to buy a Coca-Cola. And that's where Mervyn Leroy from Warner Brothers saw her and signed her to a contract. Fun fact, Lana Turner's first agent was Zeppo Marx. Now, she only did a couple pictures for Warner Brothers, but one of them was called They Won't Forget, and the Hollywood Reporter noticed her and said that she was worth more than a passing note. She switched her hair color from auburn to blonde, and she ended up moving to MGM. Mr. Warner said that she would never amount to anything, but MGM lost Jean Harlow, and Lana Turner slipped right into that blonde bombshell mode. She made many pictures with such luminaries as Clark Gable, John Wayne, Spencer Tracy, Mickey Rooney, just to name a few. Because of the tight sweater she wore in the film They Won't Forget, movie magazines and Hollywood publicists dubbed Lana Turner the Sweater Girl. Ugh, she would hate that for the rest of her career. But she was taken seriously in the film The Postman Always Rings Twice with John Garfield. She starred opposite Gene Kelly in The Three Musketeers. And later she did Peyton Place, which would be her only Oscar nomination. Lana Turner was married 7 times, and she said that she wasn't a sex addict, she was a romance junkie. She had 1 daughter named Cheryl, and she said she meant to have 7 children and only 1 husband, but it just worked out the other way around. After her 6th husband, she famously dated an underworld character named Johnny Stompanato. I mean, character isn't a real person. She knew right away this wasn't working out very good and tried to break up with him numerous times. She was shooting Another Time and Another Place over in England, opposite Sean Connery, and Johnny showed up. Sean Connery even stood up for Ms. Turner, and Scotland Yard was called. But back in the States, after an Oscar ceremony that Lana attended without him, she returned home and he was there. They got into this huge fight, and her daughter Cheryl ended up stabbing him in the stomach, and he ended up dying. But don't worry, she got off because it was ruled that it was a justifiable homicide. This is Todd Pickering for Walk of Fame Wednesdays. I will see you next week in Hollywood.